So when you're simplifying radicals, it's really helpful if you have the square numbers memorized. We're only going to do up to 15, but it's really good if you can do it up to 25. To get a square number, you just square the number. So 1 squared is 1. So 1 is the first square number. 2 squared, that's 4. That's the next square number. 3 squared, that's 9. 4 squared, 16. And 5 squared, 25. So those are your first 5 square numbers. 6 squared is going to be 36. 7 squared, 49. 8 squared, 8 times 8 is 64. 9 squared is 81. And 10 squared is 100. Okay, I should definitely have 1 through 10 memorized. But you can go a little further. That's good too. 11 squared, 11 times 11 is 121. 12 squared, a lot of people know that one. It's 144. 13 squared is 169. 14 squared is the same numbers, just in a different order, 196. And 15 squared is 225. That's all we're going to do for now. So these are the first 15 square numbers. So having this is going to be really helpful when we look at a problem like this, where we have to express in the simplest radical form. So this is the chart that we just made up. And we have to simplify the square root of 108. So what we'll do is we will look at these square numbers and see which square number goes into 108. Well, right away I know that anything greater than 108 is not going to go in, so that we can get rid of. 100 does not go into 108, nor does 81. 64, no. 49 times 2 is 98, so no, it's not going to do. 36. Now, 36 does go in, so we could rewrite this. 36 goes in 3 times. So we could rewrite this as root 36 times root 3. Right, because 36 times 3 is 108. And now, since we know that 36, the square root of 36 is 6, we could rewrite this as 6 times root 3. And that is the radical simplified, 6 times root 3. And let's just double check this really quickly. Okay, I am on Desmos right now. And I'm just going to go to the square root here, 108. Okay, that's about 10. And then 6 times root 3 should be the same exact value, and it is. Now let's say you didn't really know about 36 going into 108, because I could totally see that being an issue. Let's try something here where I'm going to do an alternate version of this, but I'm going to do it not having that math teacher brain and not knowing that 36 goes into 108. In that case, I might start smaller. I might go, well, 108 divided by 1 is going to be 108, but what about 4? Does that work? 108 divided by 4? Yes, that works. So I could do this. I could break that down, let's say, into 108. You could say, okay, that's root 4 times root 27. And now you could say, well, root 4, that's 2 times root 27. And then you could break down 27. You could say, okay, 36 is not going to go into 27. 25 is not going to go into 27. 16, nope. 9 does. It goes in 3 times. So we could say that that's 2 times root 9 times root 3. And then you could realize that root 9, right, does equal 3, and then you'd have 2 times 3 times root 3, and then 2 times 3 is 6 times root 3. So you get there the same way. It takes a little longer, but you'll still get to the same solution. All right, here's one to try on your own. I will unveil my answer in just a moment. Okay, for this one, I noticed that you have root 16, and 16 can definitely go into 160. That's 16 times 10, so we had root 16 times root 10. And then with root 16, 16 being a square number, that simplifies to 4. Now 10 cannot be divided evenly by any square number, so we're not going to break that down any further. It's just going to be 4 times root 10.